So, do you want to get better at Diamond SMP without much effort? This is a full guide on everything effective I've learned that can boost you to a tier 3. Without any more delay, let's get right into the guide. As its effectiveness is shown here, learning how to place cobwebs is one of the most crucial things in Diamond SMP. It can slow or stop a combo, as well as allowing you to get a few free hits in. Typically, you want to place cobwebs under the enemy player, meaning so that if they jump or run, they are still guaranteed to land in the cobweb. You can furthermore perform a stun web, which is much harder. You need to disable someone's shield, making sure to double click to cause knockback on the enemy player. You can then place a web under them, like the original technique. This often works well when pairing with draining, which is a technique I'll go over later. Another tip in Offence is when entering a trade with another player, your goal is to do more damage in that trade. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that crit spamming is a viable technique. Crit spamming can lead to easy webs and combos for the other opponent. So though in certain situations it could be good, generally, you want to opt for a mix of crits and combos. I especially fall victim to this one. The final main thing of Offence is pearl chasing. It's in the name really. But when you want to put pressure on your opponent if they pearled away and are low, you can pearl towards them. This often ends the game or pops their totem at least, so I think it's very effective. As a bit of an add-on, if you want to improve your melee in Offence for Diamond SMP, I suggest practicing other game modes like Sword, UHC and Neth SMP, as they all help build a foundation for offense skills in Diamond SMP. When you're in a trade, it is crucial to abuse the shield, as if used correctly, it can be extremely effective. As higher tier players try to predict when you use a shield, try to make your shield usage patterns quick and unpredictable. Whilst doing this, try to block each time your opponent tries to hit you. This requires a lot of practice, but I think it's fairly easy to learn. One of the main skills in Diamond SMP, likewise in most other game modes, is gapping. If the distance is big enough, before entering a trade, make sure your saturation bar is full by eating 2 to 3 gaps. This is much easier to see with the Apple Skin mod, I'll link that in the description. If you need to gap during a trade, try to distance yourself from your opponent using webs, blocks or pearls to avoid losing on armor durability. Finally, for important things for defense, we have toteming. This one is very self-explanatory and only has one main thing to keep note of. If you're in a trade where you and your opponent are both very low, you can offhand your totem temporarily to guarantee winning the trade unless your opponent has the same idea. This strategy specifically helped me win my low tier 3 test. In Diamond SMP specifically, there are many strategies ranging from effectiveness. As I mentioned briefly earlier, draining is a very effective but hard strategy, pairing well with webs and stun webs. Using cobwebs, you are able to drain your opponent by placing your cobweb on top of their water source before they can pick it up back in their bucket. However, this is extremely difficult. You can also drain with an empty bucket, which is much easier than cob draining. However, it is looked down upon in the Diamond SMP community, and in tests as well. So pick your poison I guess. A very uncommon strategy I see used is pressure plates. They can be used for a counter for bubbles, which are where players place 2 webs on themselves to shield them from any damage. Provided there is no ledge or hole nearby, you can use water and a pressure plate to instantly destroy the bottom web and prevent them from placing another. This allows you to get a lot of free hits in. You can also do this cool trick with pressure plates and cobwebs. It's useful to get a few extra hits, but I'ma be real, I really suck at it. Finally, you can also use regular blocks to traverse over cobwebs efficiently when chasing an opponent. This one is very easy to do, and quite effective. There are many more strategies to Diamond SMP, however, each of these are the ones that I have found most effective to play with. When in the later stages of a round of Diamond SMP, you want to mend your armor by conserving as many XP bottles as possible. The very recent change to 1 stack of XP bottles means that there is no well-known strategy to mend efficiently, so by running tests and doing my own method, it seems to work well enough. There may be better ways to mend as time goes on however, so this is just how I do it. Okay, so for the first mend, you want to heal everything to about 250. Once something's at 250, you can take it off and then mend the rest. So I'm going to keep mending here. Yes, so the chest plate is almost at 250, so you take that off and then you keep mending again. And then you just keep doing this until everything's at 250, basically. This leaves you with about 25 to 20 XP. Here I did 21, so I didn't do as good. But you want to aim for everything around 250. Okay, so for your second mend, what you want to do is you want to heal all of your stuff to about 100. You want to be very conservative with everything. And the same principle as last time, you want to be taking off something when it's about at 100. So the chest plate's pretty much there, yeah, the helmet's there, and the boots are there. Once each piece is around 100, this should leave you with about 3 to 10 XP-ish. Here I've got 6. With this remaining 6 XP, what you want to do is you just want to heal anything that's running lower than all the others. So say after a few more trades with this, my chest plate is about to break, I can use this remaining XP to heal it. So that's basically how I mend. As I said, there are probably many methods and methods that work better, but I do this one and it seemed to work for me at the moment. Well, that's about it for this guide. I hope this helped you in Diamond SMP, and please give me any feedback if there's something I've missed or gotten wrong. This is a very small channel, so if you found this really useful, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.